Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. I've taken the executive decision that I'm going to split up the Bitcoin and the ADA analysis videos. The original reason why BTC and ADA were always together was in the beginning that my videos didn't rank very well for Bitcoin. That has changed in the meantime. So a lot of people are just interested in Bitcoin these days and also find my videos when they look for Bitcoin. And ADA is just hardly moving at all at the moment. So I don't feel I need to do regular updates as often as I need to do it for Bitcoin, as Bitcoin is leading the way. And if that changes, I will of course increase the frequency for the ADA updates as well. And the ADA updates will still happen, of course. It's still one of my biggest holdings here. But I just feel, it just feels a bit strange if, because for the last few videos you will have noticed ADA didn't really move at all. So yeah, there is not the volatility that really justifies that many updates per day. And I know that a lot of people are only interested in Bitcoin. Yes, a lot of people are interested in ADA as well, but do I really need to do several updates per day if the price is just moving from 80 to 84 cents and back? I don't really feel like it, and hopefully that's okay. We'll see how it goes, and let me know what you think about that in the comments. Of course, as I said, the ADA updates will now follow separately. There will be ADA updates as individual videos, not just BTC and ADA. That was just something historically that has worked for this channel, but I feel, we always need to be adjusting and adapting, which doesn't mean ADA is suddenly becoming a bad project. Completely the opposite. I'm still very bullish on ADA, absolutely, but it just feels not right anymore to me to keep it together with Bitcoin in an analysis video. So let's take a look at what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin 42K, not much price movement, but what I wanted to draw your attention to is what is emerging here on the charts. So Bitcoin obviously broke above this resistance line. If anybody went long here, congratulations, I didn't. I'm not doing really anything specific in this current range because I feel it's very unpredictable. As you can see, when the resistance level was broken here, then we had that peak from 40K to that resistance level at 42.5K. Now it's looking to me that we're rather rolling over again, and what could be happening now, that's actually how it feels like to me, like more imminently. Also because the indicators are turning down again. The RSI was overbought now on the hourly. We talked about that in the last video, that Bitcoin was getting overbought on the shorter time frames. The MACD is now turning bearish. It's only with the 1 hour chart, but it still will have an effect. And it could mean that we are from here now, because what we are doing here in the small scale is an ascending broadening wedge. Now that is rather a bearish pattern. It could really indicate that we are breaking down from here, and we could now, that is speculation at the moment, but if you lose that level due to the volatility that's currently happening, I could imagine that we're doing something like that. We go back to the previous support. So here at around 40K that would be, and then we could retest that. If that's successful, we could go up from here again. That's certainly a possibility. I would like to point your attention to that ascending broadening wedge. And we are here facing resistance at the moment at 42.5K, 42.6K pretty much. What we are, if we zoom out a little bit, what we can actually see here is that Bitcoin is doing this sort of, I've got this ascending trend line here, and that is from that sort of inverse head and shoulders or from that head and shoulders pattern. So I'll just move that to the left a little bit, because what I think Bitcoin is doing imminently here is rather, and depends on how you draw it really. Oops, didn't want to move that line. But I think we're looking here really at an ascending triangle, which would make it more likely for it actually to break to the upside. Now, there is no guarantee that it's going to break to the upside, but you can see a horizontal resistance level. You see an ascending trend line coming up here. We talked about this sort of triangle before. It's possible that this could really take many more weeks to play out. So I just want to pre-warn you. It's a bit ugly because it takes a while to really play out such an ascending triangle. And you can see the price is just moving up and down here. So this can also tell us where in the next few weeks the price might be going, and we can already plan for some sort of a longer period of consolidation, I guess, if that's playing out then. And if we just purely look at ascending triangle, what does it mean? It would mean, strictly speaking, that we break more likely to the upside than the downside. But again, we don't really know until it happens. We're prepared here. I told you what I'm going to do if we break above that resistance here, and you can argue, is the resistance at 44.5, is it at 45.5k, whatever. From my point of view, it's above 46.5k actually, because this is and the price hasn't reached that yet, but this for me is the Fibonacci retracement level above which that wave 4, as per the Elliott Wave counter, would be invalidated, or not really strictly invalidated, but it would get much less likely. And then for me, we are going to higher levels, but you can also just use the triangle here, and from that triangle point of view, we would break above 45.5k. I told you what happens if we break above that level, then the likelihood increases a lot that we actually move all the way up to 55 to 65k. And if we break above that, get a confirmation. So we want, in terms of confirmation, what we want is a retest, at least a retest. I would like to see the 4-hour candle close above that level. I would like to see a retest, and I would see a volume confirmation. That's what I want to see when that breakout is actually happening. If there is no retest, I might decide not actually to take that trade, because that is then risky, yeah. But maybe I'll just do it, and in the end, long term, the prices will go higher anyway. And then I would take profit along the way. Now, if we just purely look, not taking fibs into account, but purely look here at the sort of the technical target of that triangle, depending on when the breakout happens. Let's say it happens today, it doesn't matter really, it's horizontal anyway, but it would take us, yeah, pretty much to that 55k level, that Fibonacci level. That would then be also very likely that the price runs to that fib level at 55k when we break out. That's what I showed you in previous videos already, that we could then really see that fib level reached. And how to draw that? Well, we take the fib retracements from the all-time high to the recent low here, and you can see that those 61.8% fib level, that's the most relevant one, at 55k is sitting here, and that is the level that I would exactly believe we are going to reach when we break out of this ascending triangle. But it could also go higher, so we then need to see how the price is reacting to that 55k level. But if I open a trade here, this would be my first profit take profit level, yeah. So yeah, ascending triangle going on here. Immediately, I would expect a little bit of a downtrend. We're already moving down a little bit here, but again, we are in a triangle, and really in a triangle, whatever happens in here is, first of all, quite unpredictable. And then on the other hand, it also doesn't really matter until you really get the breakout. So just prepare for maybe a few more days or even a few more weeks of just sideways consolidation, a bit of boring movement really. And yeah, if this really is a wave 4, then my primary expectation remains anyway that we first come down here, yeah, before we then to complete the correction down here into this area between 20 and 29k. That's where Bitcoin can complete its correction. And from here, then we have chances to move to new all-time highs. Until that happens, I do expect still the price to come lower, even if we temporarily break above 45.5k or 46.5k. That even if we do that and then move all the way up to 55k here for a take profit target, or 65k, that the price then comes down. And that just has to do with the structure and how Bitcoin does things typically. But yeah, as long as we don't break this resistance here, my primary expectation would be, despite that pattern or whatever, because sometimes they just don't work out anyway, my primary expectation has to be that we are coming down lower here immediately, yeah, or that we do get that sell-off and not do this sort of extended correction, yeah. This is still my primary expectation, and yeah, it is the case until we break that resistance level. And if we break that resistance, then again, we're prepared as well. So on this channel, you're prepared and informed about all scenarios. So hopefully you appreciate that. That's pretty much my latest view here on Bitcoin. Hopefully you liked it. Let me know in the comments what you think about splitting up BTC and ADA. Absolutely interested in understanding that. And yeah, if you like the update, of course, leave a comment for the algorithm so that more and more people can see these. Very important, because now my Bitcoin videos need to rank higher. And also, yeah, if you really like the content, check out maybe the channel membership, where you get additional content like my own buy and sell orders, a weekly live stream you can get, Discord access, yeah, and the Telegram live chat. So all of that would be part of the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.